How's it going, everybody? I'm Andrew Robson, and you were watching RAKUYO's Deciduous Bonsai channel. On today's episode, I'm going to give you the professional tip on how you can quickly defoliate trident maples. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. All right, so I am here with a trident maple that I just recently defoliated here in my studio RAKUYO Bonsai in Portland, Oregon. And while I was starting to defoliate this trident maple, I figured the tip that I'm going to share with you today is something that is not often talked about in a way that can really help you speed up the defoliation process. So just a little quick overview. This is a trident maple bonsai. It is the end of July here in my studio in Portland, Oregon. And this tree was due for a defoliation. And so what we did was we removed every single leaf because this is a trident maple that is extremely vigorous. And it's a species that lends itself to the full defoliation where we strip every single leaf off the plant. So I just went through and performed that task on this tree. And while I was doing that task, I was thinking, one of the things that I teach my students here in our intensive program is how you can do more work with one cut. And an example of that is when we're defoliating a tree like this, we're taking our scissors and we're cutting along the petiole, or the little stem that attaches the leaf to the branch. And while we're doing that, we tend to just go one by one. But a pro tip that I learned during my apprenticeship and in years of training high-end trident maple bonsai is that you can actually cut more than one leaf at the same time. It sounds silly, but when you do this all over the plant, it saves you a ton of time so that you can spend your time working on your branches, cleaning up some wounds, doing some other important things. So what I tend to do is, if it has an extension, then I tend to cut the extension and cut the two leaves off at the first pair that I'm cutting back to, all with one cut. So I'm doing three things at once. I'm pruning back to the first pair, and I'm cutting the two leaves off that are at that pair, all with one cut. And I do that on every extension on this bonsai. The other thing that I do is if we don't have an extension, if we just have a whorl of growth, tridents often have, 4, 6, 8 little leaves that come out if they don't produce a full extension, or a few buds in that area produce a pair or two of leaves. I can grab that whole little cluster, that whole little grouping, and with one cut I can cut 6, 8, 12 leaves all at once. So by doing that and by trimming back the extension and cutting the leaves at the same time, it really speeds up the process when you're doing this full defoliation work on trident maple bonsai. So I hope you enjoyed this video about this great little tip to help you save time when you're defoliating your trident maples. Now this applies to other maples as well that you might be defoliating, or even other alternate or opposite leaf plants as well. So it's something to keep in mind in the back of your head, keep it in your mental toolbox, because if you are doing full defoliation on a very vigorous tree that flushes out multiple times a year, it's a great way to save a little bit of time in that defoliation process. So you've been watching RAKUYO's Deciduous Bonsai channel. I'm Andrew Robson. I hope you can apply all of the tips and tricks that we talk about in our videos to your very own bonsai practice at home. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time.